My name is Melody. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are at in the world. I hope everybody is having a fabulous day. Today is Saturday, July, I think today is the 25th. So it's 7, double 7, 25th, 25 is a 7. 7 plus 7 is a 14, which is a 5, plus 1 is a 6. So today is a day of balancing. We are also, it's Saturday, which is Saturn Day, which talks about structure. It talks about discipline. It talks about karma. It talks about divine timing. All right. So with that being said, for the element of fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So when you come into this live stream, make sure to give me a Fonzie, either by double tapping the screen or just simply hitting that thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. This is a general, not a personal. All right. It is also for this week of July 26th, which is tomorrow, through August 1st. Okay. Now on Wednesday, Mercury Day, we have a full moon. It's called a buck moon in degrees of Aquarius at 10:36 Eastern Standard Time, which is the standard time that I live in. You'll all have to adjust it according to your own standard times. All right. So in a rare conjunct with Pluto, okay, which I believe is retrograde in Aquarius. The sun in Leo forms a tense opposition to Jupiter. Jupiter is the house of expansion, wisdom, knowledge. All right. So, the themes of this full moon are to have a collective vision, emotional detachment, and sudden breakthroughs. So the objective is to take a look at your personal lives and the community roles from a higher, unbiased point. Um, Emotional ghosting over intellectualizing feelings instead of processing them honesty is a theme that could happen. And then we also have freedom from restrictive situations, groups, and old social expectations. Okay. So, how to navigate these energies? Pause before you make some sort of erratic decision or permanent change, such as sending a burning bridge text or quitting your job on a whim. So before you go and do something stupid that permanently ends something, take a step back and see something from an unbiased, higher viewpoint. All right. Um, so balance logic and empathy. Fight the urge to isolate yourself and pair your need with independence with general human connections. So, balance yourself, be more logical, and empathetic, like tuition, instead of fighting, going out and doing something, having a little bit of fun. Um, Show a little compassion for yourself and go out and mingle a little. All right. So, one of the ways to pull you out of overthinking, overanalyzing, rushing into making some sort of a decision you're going to regret later is to ground your energy. Ground yourself and ask for some sort of advice from your higher self, your spirit team, your angels, and sit there and wait for the answer to come in, because they're waiting. That's all they're waiting for, is for you to ask. All right, fire signs. So let's go ahead and start off with some moon energy. We'll start off with Sagittarius. What's the moon's energy look like around the Sagittarius collective? Please and thank you. Can I have one card for the Sagittarius collective? Well, a new moon is on, a new moon in Sagittarius could be significant. Luck is on your side. So that would make sense with Jupiter because Jupiter represents luck. It represents good things. So the sun in Leo, the sun is ruled by Leo. Leo rules our creative talents. Is something that you are creating. Is You're going to feel that you set that intention. All right. So Sagittarius, luck is on your side. The end of a tough cycle is approaching with the full moon in Capricorn. So yeah, you've been on the journey for a while. It looks like you don't even have a leg left to stand on. When it comes to maybe setting some sort of a stage here, Capricorn, there is something that is being reflected back to you though that you need to see from a higher perspective, especially with Sagittarius coming through, because Sagittarius is all about viewing things from a higher perspective. So it may be a tough pill to swallow, but you are going to be lucky, even though the Leo and the full moon in Aquarius being conjunct with Pluto talks about endings, completions, right? Pluto rules the underworld. It also rules by Scorpio, which talks about complete endings, letting things go, people, places, and situations that no longer serve you. Is retrograde in Aquarius. So it talks about going back to, you know, the community or people, places, and situations and look at that, right? Um, which is going to give you a sudden breakthrough that maybe you're realizing, oh, well, you know what? Maybe I'm glad I burnt that bridge, right? Because maybe somebody's intentions with the Capricorn energy wasn't for your greatest and highest good. This could have been somebody who was a know-it-all. All right. On the bottom of the, don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So we do have the next full moon after the Aquarius will be a lunar eclipse. So, and let me see, that is, I have my, it'll be in Pisces on the 28th. The lunar eclipse will be in Pisces. So the full moon in Pisces will more than likely reveal something to you that is hidden that you need to let go of, which is your pride and ego. So you could be going through an ego death where you're not going to be afraid to show the world who you truly are. Why? Because you're clearing out these built up emotions, which is what it talks about, right? Processing feelings and being honest with yourself, right? Look, new moon in Pisces. So something about the portal from the full moon in Aquarius to the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces is going to be very significant for a Sagittarius out there. All right. So let's go ahead and pull one card deck. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what you're going to say. F fear. It will lie to your face. So, facing some sort of fear, see, it's an orange card, which represents your sacral chakra, some sort of fear within your emotional body that may have been tough to address. You could have been a know it all, a control freak of some sort. Yeah, when it comes to sleep. So somebody could be waking up. You are being asked because you're effing tired. Face to pillow now. So yeah, get some. So you're being asked to rest, especially with the purple energy, which represents your psychic abilities. Put down the effing phone. Too much screen time is making you go awkward and sad. Go talk to a person, which it does talk about the genuine human connection. All right. So don't be afraid to go out and connect with other people. It is time to um, detox from the internet, detox from your phone, detox from social media for a while, because all it's doing is instilling fear within you. And the social media can lie to you, right? Social media fear is, I can't remember the theme. It means something. Um, I can't think of what it is at this moment. So, but anyways, yeah. So I feel like you're definitely, maybe you're realizing that the internet, the social media, your phone is draining your energy. Making you a little, how do I say it, like lazy. Um, so I do feel for Sagittarius there is a hard cycle being released here. Somebody has Capricorn, possibly in like a higher like an ascending, or yeah, like an ascending sign. Somebody has a Capricorn ascending, or maybe North Node coming through here. Yeah, so they're saying they broke your heart. The hell with them. Let them go, right? So that could be something that you're doing here. Sending bridge burning texts. So before you send this bridge burning text of saying, you know what, F you, you hurt me, think about it. Take a step back, right? Give yourself 24 hours to think about it. Sleep on it. Set an intention before you go to sleep for an answer so that it can come through. I feel like that is your moon message. That's what the message is for Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and go into Leo. What's the moon's energy around Leo? Remember, the full moon is going to be peaking Aquarius 6 degrees on Wednesday, 7/29, which is a 7/11, which is a 9, with the you have a 1, which is a 10. So it's an overall 10 energy, which talks about completion of a cycle. It talks about going within thyself, right? Going within thyself, taking a look at your life on a personal level and role with your social group, with your community, all right? Um, and be objective. Stay unbiased with what you see. All right. So Leos, you were, what is the moon's energy for the Leo collective, please and thank you. So a personal issue is being resolved. Full moon in Cancer. So the Cancer rules the home space, the family, parents, the children, the dog, the cat. It doesn't include the pets, but I consider my pets my family. So be bold and make the first move. So Cancer is absolutely a cardinal sign. Your luck is your side. Some sort of an intention that you had set with the full moon in Virgo here. So with some sort of an intention you set to maybe let something go on a personal level when it comes to a repeating pattern of values, self-worth, when it comes to something in the family. For some of you, maybe this is when you're finally going to break out of that generational curse. All right. So you can see the card is blue. So there's definitely some communication here. On a Wednesday is Mercury Day. So something that was maybe you took personal, or something on a personal level, is finally going to be resolved and left go of. But there is definitely something you need to take a deeper look at something in your home space here, Leo. Somebody could have Cancer rising sign here. All right. So let me see. So I feel like you need to pull yourself out of overthinking and becoming over emotional, is what I feel. When it comes to maybe taking things personally. All right. You're also being asked, instead of, isolating yourself, pulling yourself out of that shell is going to be very important here, Leo. Pulling yourself out of that shell that you'd like to keep yourself in, to keep yourself like keep them walls up, so to speak. All right. So yeah, what the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. Look, the orange card talk about being more empathy. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it effing is. So you're gonna see a lot of signs and synchronicities. Um, over the next 3 4 days and over the next week, because usually it's 3 to 4 days before, 3 to 4 days after. So yeah, what the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. Get out. Go have some human connection, right? Step out of that shell that you're in where you're isolated and afraid to, you know, because you got a wall up here, right? You got a wall up. So be bold, make that first move. Um, the orange card talks about our empathy. Um, so pull yourself out of overthinking something and just do it. Yeah, you do you. Stop trying to change. That shit never works. And that may be what your a personal issue is, because cancers, we have, as a cancer myself, for you Leo, we have this tendency to want to fix the world. We want to feed everybody. We want to home everybody. Everybody that crosses our path with a problem, we think we can fix. Like, for instance, when it comes to relationships, you always, and I'm this, attracting people to you that need to be fixed, that is mirroring what is actually what needs to be fixed within thyself on a personal level. Okay. So that is what I feel for Leos. Stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. Just stop fucking just and stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. So again, that talks about the social, right? Step away from it. Don't waste your time on the phone. Stop stalking social media. Stop looking at what people are doing. Stop checking on that person. Go spend some time on people that value you, people that appreciate you, right? Stop worrying about what other people are doing. Tell you the truth, whatever they're doing, you can't change, right? You cannot change it. So that is the moon's energy for Leo. So let's go ahead and go into Aries. What is the moon around the Aries collective? Can I have one card, please, and thank you, Spirit? Or three. Alrighty, start up with the deck. It's time to take action, new moon in Aries. So Aries, this is you. If you want your new beginning, it's time to be bold. It's time to take action. It's time to get your out of that chair and go do something about it, right? This is your new beginning for some of you with the new moon in Aries. This is your new beginning. This is the change of your season. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Pluto is in conjunct, working together with the full moon to help you, Aries, through any fear-based energy so that you can lay them down to rest. It could have something to do with secrets. It could have something to do with sex. It could have something to do with, the people around you, the people that you're so with. Because Scorpios, we often, Scorpios are either one way or the other. They're either your best friend or they're a deadly warrior, right? They keep coming back around and stinging you and stinging you and stinging you, right? So you need to let that go. Be bold, make the first move. Aries, you are a cardinal sign. So make that move, face that fear, because luck is on your side. Luck is, and this come out for all the fire signs. That luck is on your side, come out for all the fire signs. And the Sun in Leo is forming an opposition with Jupiter. Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Jupiter is a planet of luck, abundance, higher wisdom, higher knowledge. Okay, so look at something from a higher, unbiased viewpoint. right? Don't focus on fear. Somebody's going through an ego death here. Um, so this is your season. Make that move. Time to take action. It's time to let go of the ego. It's time to step into the unknown because Scorpio is a mystery. Scorpio rules mysteries. You never know if you don't step. I feel like Aries, you have to step into the unknown. You have to be balanced with your logic and your intuition, your empathy. Um, Fight the urge to isolate yourself. This is this fear energy. Yeah, I would rather be alone than go out and be, because of the fact that maybe you're like me and you seem to be a magnet for hidden enemies, for betrayals, right? So fight the urge to isolate yourself out of fear and put yourself out there. Go out and have a genuine connection, because I feel like with the Aries energy, it talks about our first impressions, throwing ourselves out in the world, the first impression that we make. So maybe somebody here who, Aries, for some of you, whom maybe somebody covered up their first impression. Maybe somebody masked it with a Scorpio there. They hid it, okay? Maybe their true intentions was to keep you in fear, okay? So I feel like I'm talking to somebody who has Aries, either an ascending Aries or a North Node Aries. For some of you, you may have to work through your fears with open yourself up and being vulnerable and intimate with other people, breaking down them walls and showing the truth of who you are. All right? So work through your fears. You need some fucking yoga in your life. So this is pink, which rules compassion. Yeah, yoga. Yoga is really actually very good for you, because what does it do? It stretches you out. You do a lot of breathing work. You do a lot of stretching. And what happens is any stagnant energy that is in your body, in your aura, it helps to release it because you do a lot of breathing work. And then it helps to move that energy. It helps to I don't know, I want to say rehydrate you, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Shit is about to get real. You need your people around you, right? So for some of you, this could be talking about genuine human connection, where you are actually going to come into your soul tribe, when you're going to actually be around people who value you, people who celebrate you, not people who tolerate you. Right? So it is time, because things are about to get real. Things are about to get really serious on the macrocosm, whatever you want to call it. So within us, we need to get prepared for this. We really need to get prepared for this. We don't need to be in a fear state, that ego state. When it comes to where we are, what we're meant to do, who we're attracting. So this could be a cycle that you're breaking of attracting hidden enemies. So you are very ancient. You're going to find people, like-minded people, who are going to be really cool for you, right? They're going to be your people. All right? So luck is on your side for Aries. Your new beginning is here, Aries. And I think with the lunar eclipse coming in Leo in a couple of weeks, I feel like that's where you're going to open your heart. You're going to learn to start trusting. You're going to learn to start having fun again. You're going to learn to start trusting your people around you. You're going to see something and, okay, yeah, that person, we're meant to cross paths, or they look familiar, or something along those lines. It's going to make you okay, right? So yeah, yeah, you are loved. These people are going to love you. You are here for them. You're here for a reason. Don't fuck it up. Yeah. You're going to be feeling very lucky that you found your tribe, the good people around you. They're going to love you flaws and all, right? They're going to love you no matter what. This is honest, true love. And I feel like when you meet them, you're going to see people, okay, I know you. I feel like I know you forever. That's because of your soul tribe. So stop obsessing, right? You are not the center of the universe. Stop obsessing about it. Let go. Let go of those wounds that you're holding onto in that sacral chakra. That's that fear-based energy. Let it go. What? Look at that. Right next to it. Right there. Fear. Fuck it. It's lying to your face. Your ego is lying to you. And that's what they want to tell you. Right? Ask an expert. Don't rely on your friends on the internet. Listen to a damn professional. So you could be making some friends on the internet. All right. So that is what I see for each individual fire sign. I love those cards. They get to the point, and that's how it is, right? So let's go ahead and get into your weekly energy here for signs. Let me put this over here. Pull out my little cheat sheet card. So what is hidden that is being brought to light in the full moon in Aquarius for the element of fire? Because the full moon brings the light. That's why it's the full moon. That's why it's so, it's lit up in the dark. So things are going to come out. Things are going to be illuminated. Possibly about your social group, your society, that you hang out with. All right. Fire signs. What is hidden that is coming to light for the element of fire? Please and thank you, Spirit. Can I have one card? What is hidden that's coming to the light for the element of fire? Ooh. Guess most of them were in, I don't know. So, the lady of generosity, receiving, and withholding, this was in reverse. So, somebody in your social circle who could have been gifted, who could have been taking advantage of somebody's generosity here. We have the Sun Dancer, which is in reverse. Joyful activity, celebration of life, and abundance. And this is a number 32, which adds up to a 5 energy. So, what is hidden that the full moon is bringing to the light for the element fire? Beware of losing yourself in your dreams of the future when the Sun Dancer comes to challenge you. Their message is sweet and simple. Stop what you're doing and go have some fun. I'm telling you, what did I say about the full moon energy? Fight the urge to isolate yourself and pair your need for independence and genuine human connection. The Sun in Leo. Celebrate it what it is and don't worry about what will be or what could be. Be here and now. Just be. Just for today or this week. You will find your answers, but only after you've made time for play. Tomorrow, after all, is another day, and the sun will rise again to shed its warmth and light on all that needs clarity. You can count on it. So, fire signs, you're definitely getting some clarity. I feel possibly even in your dreams about this lady who took advantage of your generosity. They only came into union with you or come together with you into your dreams. This person lacks integrity. So back to that Scorpio Scorpio energy that talks about the hidden enemies, the deadly warriors, the deadly friendships. Okay, so you're being challenged this week, fire signs, to not allow your past experiences, people, places, and situations to hold you back. Don't worry. Just for whatever day you want to choose this week, go out, enjoy that sunshine, have a little fun, put your butt in the grass, put your feet in the grass, celebrate the fact that tomorrow is another day. Enjoy today in a very present moment. That's what you need to know. Savor every moment of today. Yesterday is gone. You can't change anything about it. And tomorrow isn't here yet. So remain present. The sun in Leo is very significant. The Leo rules, they get a cheat sheets out. Creativity, natural born leader, warm-hearted. On a negative level, they can be arrogant, stubborn. On a positive level, they're passionate and they're brave. So be brave, right? Be brave. And it rules the fifth house of creativity, children, romance, speculation, progeny, and competition. That's that Scorpio energy. So you may have had a female who was in competition with you, very competitive with you. There was a deadly warrior, not a true friend. And I feel like you could have seen this in your dreams. They could have come into your dreams and showed you something. So you're being asked to go outside, connect with nature, ground your energy, because there's something that you are creating within your reality, right? There is something that you are creating. Also ground your energy so that you can process this feeling of always being stung, of always attracting these negative people, places, and situations into your life. All right. So that is what I see. So let's go ahead and see what the crows are warning you about this week. Fire signs. Can I have one card? What are the crows warning the fire signs? So stay in the present moment. Tomorrow is another day, right? Make sure that you take the time that you need to recharge your batteries. That's that grounding energy. Make sure that you take the time that you need to heal yourself. Make sure that you take the time that you need to, instead of preventing burnout and working through everything at once, just do it at your own pace is what I feel. All right. So fire signs. What is the crow's more? Yeah. You have a predator. You have a who was being a predator in your space for your own self-interest. For their own self-interest. They were a mouse in your house. Right? They were trying to knock you off that wire by mocking you, mimicking you. Maybe because you left their ass behind and went towards your advice. So the crows are warning you that this person may not be working alone. For some of you, like I said, a hidden end of that Scorpio energy that come out. So teamwork. I feel like what you need to know, the crows are warning you about, is that your spirit team is working together to chase this predator out of your energy, which is really good. All right, so the crows have mastered teamwork. Mobbing is one example of how crows work together on a common goal. So this person could have gathered up a mob of people secretly, find you, to prey on your downfall, to negatively affect your creativity, to oppose you, just to cause you issues. When an intruder or a predator enters their territory, the birds jump into orchestrated action. Each member of the group hold an advantageous position, fighting off the threat. Call upon your team, your family, or friends to assist you in facing a challenge that requires more than you can handle comfortably. Teamwork strengthens bonds. Yeah. Strength comes in numbers. Create positive memories and reinforce an awareness that you're not alone. This person wanted you to feel alone. They wanted you in complete darkness. They wanted you in complete darkness. See the sun in the background? Alrighty. So we're going to leave that there. Okay. Because we're going to probably have to come back to that. Alrighty. So let's keep moving on. Let me get my little cheat sheet. Oh, there it is. So this represents, the first card represents last week or today and how it's influencing. Look, I'm telling you, and there she is. Sorry, I'll cover her boobs. They're sensitive. Look, somebody's always watching out the window, right? Ace of Swords there. So the 29th is the day of the full moon. So the past, this past energy, always being paranoid, not feeling well, always looking out the window, always watching, always waiting, right? Always see how she's stuck in her house, right? Isolating themselves. All right, so let's clarify this female. Can I have one card, please, and thank you? Look, masculine. Always look at a divine masculine. You got a female and a divine masculine. See, the masculine's got his back towards her. Fire signs. Somebody may regret something. Yeah, somebody may regret maybe teaming up with a predator. Give me a tarot card, please, and thank you. One tarot card for this masculine and feminine energy. Yep, look, 4 Pentacles. So this talks about that scarcity mindset. Being in that scarcity mindset. Being scared to go out of your house, right? Hanging on to, that scarcity mindset, that fear of going out and being in public again. I feel like this individual, tried to ruin somebody's reputation, is what I feel. To ruin this person's reputation. They tried to gatekeep somebody, try to hold somebody back from coming towards another person, is what I feel. They wanted somebody in this scarcity mindset when it comes to a relationship. So it could have been family, lover, best friend. Doesn't matter what kind of a relationship it is. They only teamed up with somebody they could have said, oh, well, I'm part of the light worker collective. No, they're not. Because when you do this crap, when you gather up a mob of people to come up against one person, you're not a light worker. You should be the total opposite. Gather up your like-minded tribe people to work together, to bring light to the world, not come up against somebody, not come up against them and steal something or take advantage of them. That's not a true light worker. Okay. Yeah, look, we have Capricorn energy coming through here. So definitely, um, somebody who feels they're know it all. Somebody, look, see how she's naked? This is somebody who tried to ruin somebody's reputation. Possibly calling them, calling them names. We're not going to call them names. I'm not going to out it, but you know what I mean. It's like a Mary Magdalene thing. If you know anything about the Mary Magdalene story, yeah, look, Queen of Pentacles. See how she's masking? Masked herself as a true friend. But in all actuality, she was a hidden, deadly warrior who was trying to gatekeep every situation, their money, their love life, trying to get somebody to turn their back on a relationship, saying that they're sick. They're out prostituting themselves. They're out in their body, out making money. This could also be like, yeah, they could have been working with another person as well. And now they may be regretting doing this. One card, please, and thank you, Spirit. Somebody's receiving a tower. Somebody is receiving a tower. Or somebody has already received a tower this week. Or today could be the tower. They're going to be surprised. They're going to be very, very surprised. So somebody has to have, like, somebody has to either going to have a heart-to-heart conversation, or they are, they're going to be focusing on their feelings and processing something in an honest way as to why maybe somebody got ghosted. Maybe somebody did something because they did get ghosted. So Power card is about changes, all about changes, welcome changes, unwelcome changes, right? That's what I feel. All right, let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. Yes, somebody lives in a fantasy world. They're definitely a control freak. They could have tried to manipulate somebody here, but somebody's seen the light and they awoken to it, to the fact that, a contract, somebody could have signed a contract with the devil, right? Um, so we're gonna flip this over so I can see what. Yeah, somebody didn't get invited somewhere. Somebody could be blocked from, like, text wise or something along them lines. 1220 could be significant. Yeah, somebody is definitely carrying some sort of heaviness, some sort of iciness here. With the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Wands talks about carrying them burdens of people pleasing, always out there trying to please people, make other people happy while we're sacrificing our own happiness. I had said that when the moon came out in Cancer for Leo, where, we get taken advantage of because of our kindness, generosity. And that's exactly what this person did. So that may be what's coming to the light here. Very much maybe what's coming to the light. So let's go ahead and move on into the present this week, the present situation. Yeah, sneaky snake. Queen of Wands. This is somebody who's an energy manipulator. Right? See the 7? Sevens to me represent the challenges with the tower when they bring them, the challenges that are for our soul's growth. Look, Anubis is coming through. Somebody needs to take a closer look at something, possibly their heart space. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody could have tried to steal somebody's identity, tried to steal, maybe even go as far as to try to steal somebody's business. So somebody could be taking a closer look at something, or somebody needs to take a closer look at their heart space. Take a closer look at um, their feelings and process them and be honest. So you may have somebody coming towards you wanting to be honest about their involvement in this. Give me one card for the snake starting this week. For this week. Yeah, compromise. Somebody may want to compromise. See these two people in this boat? So somebody, a sneaky snake, may want to compromise with you. Yeah, because now they may be bound to that entity. But yeah, I feel like somebody's vibration is raising. They may be shedding an entity that they tried to bind to somebody to destroy either their house. Home is where the heart is. Yeah, and now somebody wants to find forgiveness. So something about maybe your 7th house of partnerships. You have to go see, fire signs, what sign is in your 7th house. See, look, I'm telling you, devil. Right? This talks about breaking, this talks about being chained and bound to something. This talks about, some sort of an addiction, whether it be one of the 7 deadly sins, or addicted to magic, or addicted to taking advantage of people, or addicted to the darkness, right? Addicted to taking advantage of somebody's generosity, addicted to manifesting the kind of relationships where we feel we have to fix them. That compromises our integrity. So the present this week for the element of fire, the 8 of Pentacles. This person didn't want to work. They did not want to work. This is the kind of person who wanted you to do all the work, and they reaped all the rewards. They were only in a relationship with you for their own self-interest, and that's to get what they could get for free. So maybe something that they did when it comes to what they do for work backfire. I'm telling you, snake, sneaky snake. Take a look at the bottom. I'm telling you, 9 of Pentacles. The sun. The sun is illuminating something. The sun in Leo is illuminating something for you this week, collective. The 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. This person did not want to put the time, the energy, or the work into a business. But they feel entitled to come in and reap all the rewards after you put in all the work. They were trying to steal it. They could have tried to do like a hidden copyright or a hidden LLC, right? So the sun is illuminating that this week. The sun in Leo. Something being taken. And how they work together with other people to create challenges for you. So that you would quit. So that you would stop. Give up. Yeah, look. But you did it. Your new beginning is here. The sun is illuminating. Your new beginning is here. Look, Pisces. Look, there's the hidden enemy coming out. Who did everything in their power. But whoever I'm talking to, you've seen something. You've seen something psychically. This is a psychic medium. Somebody is very intuitive. Somebody could have dreams. This is also a card reader. Temperance. Somebody is a healer here. Somebody has natural healing abilities. They wanted somebody to miss an opportunity because they wanted them to focus on these 3 cups that were already over, right? They wanted them to focus on that. They wanted you, yeah, look, they made a decision to partner up with you to be a sneaky snake behind your damn back. Do a lot of sneaky, shady shit. The 7 of Swords talks about, the 5 of Swords. Usually it depicts somebody carrying the 5 swords. But see, that you can't see no swords in his hand except for the one, right, that's in his over here. So this definitely was a hidden enemy who was sneaking around behind your back. They made a choice to team up with you because they took advantage of some sort of an opportunity. Oh, let me put these cards back on here. Now they're going to look like a fool because the Tower is going to hit them. And it's going to hit them where it hurts. And I feel like it's going to hit them right in the pocket, in the money. All right, give me one card for the present this week for fire signs. Yeah. Untamed Wild Desire. Werewolf spirit. So they very well could be seeing somebody shape-shifting into like a reptilian or a demon. Because I often see the snake as a reptilian. That's what they are. They're reptiles. So somebody could literally be seeing somebody shapeshift into a demon or a reptilian or something like, and it could be very shocking. It could scare the shit out of them. Because something's coming, see, the snake's aiming towards the compromise, which is being bitten, right? And then the werewolf spirit is also towards the right, which is the future. And if you look, he is snarling. Yeah, look, putting something in somebody's drinks. Okay, so we're going to put them to this side and move on to the next question. Hidden influences. And we already got the hidden influence card, so we're going to go ahead and clarify that. Let me find this deck. Give me some more clarity on what's hidden with the Sun Dancer in reverse. Look, a male individual. So I feel like whoever I'm talking to, fire signs, you need to get yourself out there and have a little bit of fun. When you go out and socialize, I feel like you're going to cross the right one. You're going to cross your person. See how he shoes on? So you're being asked to ground yourself, right? Ground yourself. Give yourself a lot of self-love here. One of the ways to show your self-love is to say, I am lovable. I am worthy of love. I am lovable. I am worthy of love. I deserve love. I am grateful. I am grateful for the experiences that I've had that brought me to the place where I'm at right now. Always start with I am. Don't say I believe, because in the middle of believe, you got a big fat lie. You want to say I am, because you remain in the present moment. So what is hidden is that you definitely have a male individual who is looking back at something. He is definitely looking back. He's looking to the past. Looking back at a situation. He's looking back because he knows that something needs to change. Something needs to change. Because he knew that he now knew that something was fishy about some sort of a situation with another person. King of Pentacles in reverse talks about somebody who's ungrounded. Somebody who made a bad investment in a situation. See the 3 fish? Pisces. Somebody knows they made a bad investment with another person. A Pisces individual could be. Doesn't have to be. Could just have somebody who has water heavy in their chart. So they could be wishing, this is what's hidden. They could be wishing that they could turn back time and dig a little bit deeper into the situation. Yeah, look, a fox. Look at the fox looking back at something. The fox represents somebody who, something about wounds, 9 of Wands here. Address those wounds, right? See the changes that need to make. Somebody may have a rooster as a Chinese zodiac sign, or rooster, cockle-doodle-doo, could happen in the morning, right? See how he's looking back at that wishing well? Somebody wishes that they could change something. Somebody wishes they could turn back time here. The fox is somebody who's very sneaky, very shady. That's Seven of Swords energy, right? And that's what he's looking back at. It's female in reverse. They may be wishing they didn't burn a bridge with them. Because the next card is the bridge. We talked about the bridge 24 hours ago. Take 20 to think about something before you do something irrational. And that's what's happening. That's what's hidden. Somebody is taking that time to think back. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have, invested in a situation. Maybe I shouldn't have invested so much emotions in a situation. Maybe I shouldn't have wished for something to happen. Right? Maybe I should take a closer look at a situation. Maybe I shouldn't have been so sneaky. Maybe I shouldn't have made that plan. 1441 could be significant. 4114 could be significant. Maybe someone's wishing they didn't lie to somebody else. So, hidden influences with the Sun Dancer in reverse. Yeah. Somebody wishes they didn't settle for less than what they do. Because now there's a fresh start on the horizon with this, with the sun in reverse, right? That talks about the message is sweet and simple. Stop what you're doing and go have some fun. So somebody could be worried about something. So, but only after you've made time for play. So somebody could have been playing, like maybe in a third party situation, or playing in your, yeah, you're mirroring something to somebody. They could have did something with a mirror as well. If somebody's observing another person on social media, didn't that card come out about stalking somebody on social media that somebody separated from? Now they may want to come in and make some sort of an offer, but they're being translucent. Somebody is blocked, they're on mute. Yeah. They're working on abandonment issues. They could be wanting to come in and say, I'm sorry I abandoned you. I'm sorry that I left you behind. Because remember, this masculine has his back to the feminine, and she's standing there waiting to cover up her boob. She's standing there waiting. And she's half naked. So something about sex. Maybe somebody is wishing that they wouldn't have had the one night stand with somebody. Or maybe they are wishing that they would have valued this person more instead of just using them for what they could get from them when it comes to sex. Alrighty, so we are going to move on into a tarot card with the Sun Dancer. What is the hidden influence here with the Sun Dancer? Yeah, 6 of Swords. Somebody moved on. Somebody moved on. They moved on out of some sort of toxicity. And whoever I'm talking to, you're mirroring it to another person. Literally mirroring it to another person. And they're looking back like, maybe I shouldn't have did that. Maybe I celebrated too soon, right? Maybe I shouldn't have settled for less than what I deserve. hmm Maybe I shouldn't have held myself back whenever I did come across them. Maybe I shouldn't have lied to them and said I was coming back for some of you. Yeah, 4 cups, temperance. So somebody is definitely healing something on an emotional level. They're putting their focus into self-love, self-healing, right? See that cup there? That one cup popping up out of the water talks about self-love, healing their self-worth, healing their values, right? Temperance card talks about divine timing. It talks about luck is on your side. The divine is bringing you something in, something that you're worthy of. Why? Because you've did the work. You've possibly cut some cords, right? With the 4 of Swords there, you cut some cords, did a lot of healing, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Now you took them swords, you cut the blinder off. You're seeing your way forward clearly, and you're seeing that, you know what, make time to move on because this person is just too toxic. You know, I'm not one to go out, and get all inebriated and lower my inhibitions, because when I do that, I have a tendency to lose my head. All right. So give me one card for hidden influences. So you learn to nourish yourself. I just had a whole bunch of cards fly, literally. Let me show you something. Fly, black. So somebody could have a monitor spirit, which would make sense because we had the devil come out twice. We have 555, wisdom wake up call is the key to rapid soul development. We have a spider coming through here, tailoring information for their own self-interest. That's the mouse, chewing on every little nibble of information that you were giving them so that they could qualify you. We have 333 and support. Dimes. So somebody could have did a monitor spirit, been doing some sort of magic, cast some sort of a spider spell, to try. Well, I feel like it was key. Yeah, time to move on in a direction, and that's exactly what I feel like you did. You said, you know what, F that. I'm moving on. Remember, this is a hidden influence. Maybe you just didn't tell anybody and you're like, listen, I'm out of here. All right, so that I feel like was a lot of messages. Yeah, spirit of the moon, cycles, visions, and dreams. You've seen something in your dreams. They revealed something to you about this witch. See the witch? Yeah, you've seen something. You're like, I'm not settling for what I deserve. How with that, I'm moving on. Somebody could be making a decision to say no to somebody and move on. And they're going to be shocked. They're going to be shocked because they thought that they were Rico Suave, is what I mean. Look, communication. Hidden communication. So somebody could be hiding some sort of conversation. Somebody could be hiding some sort of, behind some sort of an email, a text message, a phone call. That's Wednesday energy. This could be a hidden enemy. Could be a third party phone call. All right, so that's what's hidden this week. Oh, we still have a couple more cards. Meeting, soulmate, divine counterpart, a fated meeting, 1111, and visions, smoke. See the incense burning? You're on the right path. Who I'm talking to, you're on the right path to move on from these outdated belief systems, this toxic emotional state. Because I'm telling you, you're mirroring something to somebody and they are seeing that this cycle is closed. They could be coming in your dreams. Something is fated to happen. So for some of you, you may want to get yourself out there, go out and socialize, because that may be when you're going to meet this person. Literally, go out somewhere, go do something. So 555, you're awakening to go in a different direction here. And you followed it. And now you're on the right path towards an actual true soulmate, not somebody who's going to come in and leave you, not somebody that you feel you have to fix. Okay? Alrighty. So now I had to pick out a little cheat sheet card. So what is an obstacle this week? What is an obstacle this week? Look, you have a dog. 10 of Cups. The other dogs with the leash. Look, find peace at your house. We got some sort of a letter where maybe you didn't get invited somewhere. Maybe somebody blocked it. We got the King of Swords coming through here. So the King of Swords, this could be talking about an authority figure. It could be talking about, this male individual could be a Libra. But it also talks about somebody who's very balanced, somebody who's very unbiased, somebody who, is in that 3 energy of an authentic with their words, expressing themselves in a very positive way, somebody who is very peaceful to be around. Somebody who even you may be having a intimate sexual encounter with, because the lilies often represent a sexual encounter as well. All right. So why do we have the dog here for the obstacle? You need to release something. You need to let something go. Perhaps an inner child wound. This needs to be purified. So with the 1 and an 8, which rules a 9, 9s talk about our hard lessons. We learn, but the hard way. The Tower card. So something is being purified. 10 of Cups could be something within the family dynamic. Somebody's going in a new direction after feeling unawakened and stuck in a situation. Could be talking about a Cancer here because of the car. Somebody could have a broken down car. Somebody is going through a metamorphosis. So you are in the cocoon. When you come out this week, you're coming out a butterfly and you're going to be taking some sort of action. Why? Because you're on a flame journey. Could be happening in the fall time. So the next couple of months, you've been dreaming about this. So obstacle, dog, and release. So you definitely need to release some sort of maybe being loyal to too many masters. Maybe being loyal to people, places, and situations who were never loyal back to you. You're not a dog. You don't deserve to get treated like a dog, right? Look, werewolf spirit. You're not a dog. Yes, it's okay to be loyal to people that you love, the people that you trust, right? But you're not a dog. You don't deserve to, you know, to be treated like one. Because dogs, a lot of times, get treated poorly, right? Get left behind. I mean, not all dogs. A lot of dogs do find good families, but the point is, right? If somebody was trying to be the master over your life, that's why they were a predator. Look, the devil card. So what do you need to release is codependency. What do you need to release? This sense of loyalty to people who do not value you, right? What do you need to release? Giving the leash to people who prey on your downfall, like giving your power away. 6-9 here, again, being loyal to people who are just there for the good time, not the long time. Mm-hmm. People who like to keep you in third-party situations. People who make you an elf on a shelf. You need to stop that. Stop being loyal to people who think they know who are at all. People who think they're better than you. Right? See how she's sitting at that tree, but she got the nakedness there, but the pomegranate. So there's a lot of wisdom and knowledge here. Look, because she's naked. So you have somebody sitting in the background here observing. This could be a monitor spirit. Remember, we got the fly who come through. King of Wands, Temperance, and the High Priestess. Could be working together. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces. Working together. Divine timing is in the air. This could be the monitor spirit right here. Evil eye in somebody. Watching their every move, their every decision. You know, manipulating somebody. They think they're charming. They think that they're the best. Somebody who thinks they're better than you. We have strong Sagittarius coming through. Leo, of course, with Leo the Lion, and Pisces. So it could be 3 people. A Leo, a Sagittarius, and a Pisces. Who were being sneaky. Sneaking around. Trying to create burdens for you. Spreading lies saying that you're out people pleasing everybody. It could be in a coven. Also could be talking about religious structure. Somebody who's very religious, preying on your downfall. Could be your own damn family for some of you. Alrighty, so the obstacle here, loyalty to the darkness and release, being purified. I don't know what the hell that cat's doing, but she's funny. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and pull a card here. Yeah, this is somebody who has some sort of a alcohol addiction or some sort of an addiction in general. But you see it says intoxicated, uninhibited, and shameless. So somebody could have been shaming you. This is somebody who could be very toxic with their emotions, like a dark empath. This is also somebody who is, you know, when you drink alcohol, it lowers your inhibitions. Getting drunk, sleeping around, feeling shameless. Look, I'm telling you, somebody has an attachment. Somebody has an attachment and it's being released. Luck is on somebody's side because the spirit team is coming in and helping somebody. And that's confirmation. Because somebody could be a victim of identity theft. Somebody's definitely raising their vibration. They're definitely staying in their soul. They're definitely opening up their heart. Somebody could be having heart issues. Somebody has an attachment. Somebody's very poisonous, very toxic. Somebody could be getting something put in their drink as well that's creating obstacles, and it's going to release something. Something could be coming out of somebody. Somebody could be seeing something, right? Something shape shifting this demon. And that could be why somebody's coming running back in, right? And wanting to maybe have a fresh start with you. Please be aware, guys. Please. All right, so let's move on. Outside influences. What's an outside influence this week for the element of fire? There's a secret. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody could be sick. 26. Somebody could have stole somebody's inheritance. So there is definitely a secret being revealed. Somebody could have accessed somebody's Akashic records. Somebody definitely could have did some sort of magic with a book of spells or a grimoire, right? To try to cause somebody a lot of mental anxiety, emotional turmoil here. Somebody may have congestional heart failure because we got the heart and the water. When I see the heart together, that means there's a water around the heart, which is called congestional heart failure or something along them lines. So that could be what's happening here. Somebody's sense loyalty to the darkness is bringing somebody's inner demons to the light. It's bringing them to the surface. And I feel like for somebody out here, somebody could be releasing some sort of an attachment, possibly a parasitic attachment. And it could be going back to the person who sent it. All right, so let's see what this outside influence is. Give me something on the book in reverse. Forgiveness. I'm telling you. So with the book, it could also represent the Bible. So, and we did have Taurus coming through here earlier about the religion. New direction. Somebody's direction. I'm telling you, somebody's moving on from somebody. Somebody may be coming in and asking for forgiveness. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cast these spells on you. I didn't mean, to gatekeep your new beginnings. I didn't mean to take advantage of your generosity, but don't trust it. I'm telling you, don't trust it. All right, so give me a tarot card for the book in reverse, forgiveness. 5 of Wands. So I feel like that an outside influence is really in the thick of an inner battle within themselves. They're holding it in tight. They're secretly in this inner struggle of should I or shouldn't I, is what I feel. Should I go and ask this person forgiveness? Like I said, you got to be aware here, because the book in reverse talks about a secret, a hidden secret. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, 3 of Wands. So who I'm talking to, somebody Somebody has air heavy in their chart, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And been putting a lot of time and energy and focus on what they want to build, what they're creating within the reality. They're putting a lot of time and energy and focus into their creativity, is what I feel here, right? Somebody could be, see all the butterflies, see how she's holding a butterfly in her hand? This sort of truth. Somebody could be waiting for some sort of an opportunity. It's being illuminated. The sun. The sun is revealing the truth here about this. Remember, hidden influence, the sun. Okay. So, outside influences, the book in reverse, forgiveness, and the Five of Wands. Somebody may be coming in and trying to poke the bear. They may be coming in, oh, I forgive you, but in all actuality, that's like, literally they want to poke the bear. But they're hiding that. Instead, they want to find forgiveness. Yeah, look, orange. Enthusiasm, excitement. See, there's a cat on there. So the orange represents the sacral chakra. So again, something could be released from that sacral chakra. The lust. Remember, look at the female in a lusty way, half naked. So somebody really could either be releasing a lust demon, or these people manifested an incubus and a succubus. So the outside influences is go outside, get some sun, ground your energy. The empathy, the orange is where we hold on to our empathy. Pay attention to your intuition, because you definitely have somebody who is secretly wanting to poke the bear, but they may come in and say, oh, please forgive me. You know, I didn't mean to, you know, what I did to you. I didn't mean to cast a spell. I didn't mean to, right? You were loyal to me, and I backstabbed and betrayed you. I was a hidden enemy. I took advantage of your generosity, you know, something along them lines. Just please, guys, be aware. Look, 666. Raise your vibration. Choose peace and harmony in your thoughts and with others. See, look along, embrace. They want to embrace you. But you're free. You are being freed from something that has had you bound. Look, strong Pisces here. Why? For somebody here, you have a skill, an alchemization skill. You have the power to alchemize emotions. You have somebody who wearing a mask, is very resentful, and thought they had the right to punish you. They thought that you needed punished. That they thought they had the right to play God over your life. Messing with your health. Messing with your stability. Messing with a masculine who wants to come back and reconcile with you. All because they're envious and resentful. This is somebody who's very, you know, somebody who's very competitive, somebody who is very codependent, right? Very codependent, and they're miserable being by themselves. So you're being asked to choose peace and harmony with your thoughts and with this person. Keep your vibration high. Yeah, this person was very, very envious of your beauty. They were very, very envious of the fact that people like you. People hug you. People look at you. See your beauty. And they were very envious of that. So they felt like they had the right to punish you for it on all levels. Alrighty, so the best course of action to take this week for the element of fire. So this person may want to like act like they want to come in and tell you they're sorry, but they're not. All right. So the best course of action is definitely, I feel gather up your strength and your courage to move away from this icy person. Gather up your strength and courage to lay down some sort of a burden. We have a 15 coming through there. So 151 can be significant, which adds up to a 7. Right? Yeah, take a closer look at somebody's going to have to take a closer look at why they're getting a whooping, why they feel whooped or why they feel whipped. They need to take a closer look at something. 1144 could be significant. We have the Jack of Clubs here, which talks about somebody who's a player, there for the good time, not the long time, right? Somebody who, the feather, it would fall off the daggone scales. It wouldn't even stay on it. That's how heavy this person's heart is. So imagine putting a heart and a feather scale. The feather is supposed to be heavier than the heart. But whoever's heart is being put on that scale, that scale is going to drop so fast that feather's going to go, phew. That's what I just seen in my third eye. All right. So, best course of action with the bear. Yeah, be patient. Right? Don't rush into a decision. The best course of action is to be patient. Don't rush into a decision. Don't rush into a decision. Don't allow this person to push you into making some sort of a snap decision. Right? Because what they're going to do is they're going to burn. They're going to pull on your heartstrings. Oh, please forgive me. Right? But remember, they're holding a secret. The secret is that they don't value you. They don't appreciate you. They went behind your back to try to reputation. This is a cold-hearted individual. Polar bear. They live in coldness. So the best course of action is to take that step back, give yourself at least 24 hours before you make some sort of decision here. Yeah, pause. Because this person's wearing a mask. This person is living in the past. And now they're grieving and playing the victim. They're going to tell you, oh, I was guided here. Something about the springtime. Learning some sort of a lesson. Going in solitude. The answer is yes. The best course of action, the polar bear, impatience, please and thank you. Yeah. Take a minute. Go to that tree, right? Sit there for a minute. Ask your ancestors, what should I do? Ask them. See, this to me looks like clear quartz. Take a piece of clear quartz. If you don't know what clear quartz is, here's a piece of clear quartz. Go sit in that tree. Ask your ancestors to give you strength and the courage to find patience. Right? Because whatever this message is, it's coming in from a cold-hearted individual who went behind your back and spread a lot of rumors and lies. Yeah, look, somebody could be homeless. Right? Somebody could be homeless and coming in and looking for a handout. They're going to try to confuse you with the woe is me. But you already seen this in your dreams. This heartless individual who is very illogical, they don't have a heart. They make more choices out of getting even, or what can I do to get revenge, right? So the Hanged Man, be aware of trying to sacrifice you. Don't sacrifice a part of yourself to try to make somebody else happy. And that's what you need to see from a different perspective. This is a karmic lover who's going to come in and try to lay the wrap. They're going to try to say, oh, we're soulmates. You're my divine counterpart. You're my twin flame. You got two male energies here. Doesn't matter if you're a man. There's two male energies. One of them's going to push you into trying to make a snap decision. Don't do it. They're going to pull on your heartstrings because they're left out in the cold. They're homeless. I don't have a home. I don't have stability. My family don't want me there. My family kicked me out. Woe is me, just to try to confuse you. That's why you're being asked to step back before you make some sort of a decision. Best course of action. Yeah, they think you're weak. They think you're stupid. They also think that you're clueless. Earn morning. Yeah, they think you're stupid. They think you're weak. They think you're clueless. Right? See how the 10 of Wands, see how standing there, he got his heart crossed, and then the burden is on this shoulder, and then it's on this shoulder, and they get lower and lower and lower. They're stupid. They think you're weak. They think you're clueless to what they did. Alrighty, so give me the outcome for the week. The element of fire. The outcome for the week for the element of fire. The outcome for the week for the element of fire, please and thank you. Yeah, so wait before you burn out, right? Look, a female in reverse. This is definitely a karmic female. And look, the key. The key to unlock. So you're going to achieve something here. Something that you've put a large time and work in. You're mastering something. You only get a key when you master something. You mastered it, putting a lot of time, energy, and focus into building something, right? Master number 30. And you got this narcissistic karmic female who's going to come in and lie her living ass off. See how she's holding tight to that book, right? Lie her ass off, right? You know, I'm sorry that I burnt that bridge with you. 1111 could be very significant here. 333 is significant. 88 is significant. So the outcome is you already know what the solution is. You got the spiritual key within you. The choice is yours. Yeah, you have two females and two male energies. This female in reverse is a karmic female. And she's looking over at, look, the sun illuminating something. So again, the lilies, peace in your home, the key, home. This person could have peace. So the lilies, the sun is illuminating something. This person could have been slandering you. They could have tried to use your identity. Perhaps on, we earlier get the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, the sun is illuminating just to find peace with the situation. Yeah. So the sun's coming out again. The flowers are going to bloom. find your peace with the situation. There is beginning, luck is on your side. 3130 could be significant. Threes are all over the place on here. 111, 1111. Yeah. She is definitely secretly holding on to that book. Who wants to come in and ask for forgiveness. I want to come across that bridge and ask for forgiveness. But the secret is they may want to ask for forgiveness, but in all actuality, they really want to provoke you. They want to poke the bear, right? What did I say about poking the bear? So give me a card for the bridge, the female in reverse, and the key. Yeah. Keeping you stuck. Metamorphosis. So you're definitely in a transformation phase here. Look at the moon, illuminating water. Action. So this could be stuck without a vehicle. You could be a victim of identity theft where maybe they put a vehicle in your name. Look, twin flame. Somebody is on a twin flame journey. Something about the fall time. Maybe somebody did some sort of a ritual on the fall time, which would be September, October, November, December. Could have seen something in your dream, right? Something about summertime, maybe a time frame. Give me something with the bridge, the female in reverse, the key, stuck, metamorphosis in action. Nine of Swords. Yep. Somebody is all in their heads. All in their head. They have a lot of anxiety. Somebody is really worried about a situation. 999. Somebody is really worried that you're going to find out, or really worried that you're not going to forgive them for what they did, or really worried that you're going to find out what they did behind your back. Taurus. Somebody could be in a religious structure. This could be talking to somebody who's faithful to church. This is also talking about your money. What do you want a daily routine? You could pray on a daily routine, and this person could have violated your boundaries. This also talks about somebody who is possessed. This person could be possessed. See the keys on his hat? I just shared a video to a group that I belong to talking about Mavis and about this situation. So maybe this is going to happen this week. So this is Taurus energy, which rules the second house: finances, possessions, values, daily routines, and environment. Somebody could be 59 years old. Taurus rules reliable, stable, stubborn, patient, devoted, and possessive. Somebody is very possessive here, or possessed. Somebody could be possessed, because this can represent religion as well. Yep. Somebody lied about being sick. King of Pentacles. Yeah. So now somebody feels like a fool. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Taurus and Capricorn here. All right, let's put that down. All right, give me the outcome Give me the card for the outcome here when it comes to the bridge, the female, the key, action, metamorphosis, stuck, Nine of Swords, which could talk about high anxiety, nightmares. Somebody could have nightmares in their dreams. And the Taurus card, the Hierophant. Yeah. Hardships, the thorns. Yeah, a cycle is complete. Now somebody's depressed. Now they feel they have unfinished business. That's why they want to come across that bridge with the community, because they were playing around in a fantasy world, thinking they can control somebody, like the master dog situation. So they could have made a contract or a deal with the devil. So we have Spirit of St. Nicholas, gifts, generosity, and assistance. Somebody's name could be Nick. It could be a fire sign. Could have did something over Christmas, around the holidays. Grapes, satisfaction. There's that drink. See the two drinks there? Got all inhibited, got all drunk. Maybe did some sort of a ritual. Passion, creativity, and spark, just to spark something. See the crown chakra on that deer. So somebody needs to be patient with themselves. Yes, somebody took advantage of somebody's generosity here. And they held something that was somebody else's. Look, cards, fate, their role in a situation when it comes to loyalty. So we have the swans coming through here twice with the dog. Their role with loyalty. Somebody could have made cards. Maybe you're a reader and you made a set of tarot cards. Something, maybe somebody you're passionate about. We do have the Sun in Leo, which rules creativity. Alrighty, let's pull a final card. We're already past an hour. Miracle of prayer. Thank you, Saint Afon, for delivering my prayers to heaven. So somebody has been doing a lot of praying. Something may be shifting. Look, Freya. There is a beginning with every ending. And then we have that metamorphosis come through for the outcome. Illusions are revealed and released. So if somebody here has been praying for a cycle to be completed, I feel like your prayers have been answered and you've been released from some sort of toxicity so that you can live your life, have fun, find joy. You've learned from this lesson, McKelzel deck. You've learned from this lesson. More inner study is now required to further your progress. So you've learned this lesson. Now you're moving on. You're going to learn more things. You're going to learn how to live your life out of joy. You're going to learn to trust your angels. Yeah, change and transition. Like a phoenix rising up out of the ashes. And your light is being activated. You got Archangel Mike coming through here telling you that you can trust that your prayers have been heard. So take that leap of faith. Focus your mind. Right? Learn how to use your mind. You could be going back to school for some of you. Remember, Jupiter is in opposition here. Jupiter is the planet of higher learning, wisdom, expansion, luck. All right. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a great week. Um, I'll talk